Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 3.8. This is understanding flowchart and pseudocode. Already in the previous concept I explained there are two variants for algorithm. Algorithm I explained it is a description of well defined steps of the logical plan of solving a problem. Now as far as flowchart is concerned, it is the visual representation or graphical representation of an algorithm. There are certain standardized symbols, and we have listed all the symbols here, and we have to use those symbols for writing a flowchart. By that, simply seeing that comparatively with the algorithm is a textual description. Once you write a nice flowchart, then it is very easy to understand the logical plan, the logical approach of the implementation of the program. So, first I introduce what are the symbols and their corresponding meanings, and I'll give you an example also by applying these symbols, some of these symbols. Once again I am telling you, some of you are may not have any programming background. Those people may not have complete knowledge about all the elements in this. Don't worry about that. Whatever extent you understand, that extent you understand. Thereafter, one day will come. On that day, you can thoroughly understand. Here, I am strictly following the integrity. Because of your status, I cannot ignore certain concepts. As a part of this chapter, I must introduce these things to you, and regardless of your background. That's why, what extent of you understand the concept, that extent you understand, and if you have any abstraction regarding that, incomplete knowledge, don't worry about that. In future, in one particular chapter, you can have a perfect knowledge over this concept. Now, let us consider the symbols used in a flowchart. Now, this is the symbol. This symbol represents the terminals. Terminals means the beginning and ending of the program, all are represented by this. Now, this rectangle symbol represents the process. Process is nothing but calculations. Calculation, we apply several formula, several calculations and all that. Those are represented by this rectangle symbol, and thereafter this symbol represents input and output. Actually, we have to give input to the program. After entire process is done, output is generated. Both are represented by this symbol, and this is the diamond symbol where decisions are to be taken. Actually, simply calculations we cannot complete the program. Several times we have to subject to a decision. We take up one course of action. One course of action. Suppose you want to purchase a mobile phone. Mobile phone. Actually, you have 10,000 rupees. Your budget is 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees, but actually whatever brand or whatever model you expect and all that, it is 12,000 rupees. 12,000 rupees. Then what is that? Available money is less than uh, required price, actual price, offered price. Available money is less than offered price. Then your decision may be no, because you don't have sufficient money, or otherwise offered price is offered price is less than or equal to available amount. Available amount. whatever amount we have is this, and offered price is this. Offered price is less than or equal to available amount, then your decision may be yes. Understand? That's why in programming, in several occasions, we have to take decisions. The result of decision is either yes or no. So, whenever we put the diamond symbol, now here you see two sides are there. One represents yes, other represents no. Okay, based on that, further course of action is decided. Thereafter, annotations. In certain situations, you have to descriptively comment. Without comment and all that, the people cannot understand what is going on, what to do and all that. Wherever you have to insert descriptive descriptive comments and all that, then you have to use these symbols. Now, wherever you have to connect one process to other process, and there you can use one of these symbols. These are called connectors. And predefined process. Certain times we use predefined. Already it is defined. Some process is available to you in a ready-made manner that you are using for performing your task and all that. In such cases, you can use these symbols. So, once you understand these symbols, and remember, you must remember here there is no role of intelligence and all that. These are the standard symbols, but whenever you take up a issue and all that, first you write algorithm, and that algorithm, once you write clearly defined algorithm, then you write the flowchart by using these symbols very easily. Now, I am taking up, for example, I am taking up the same issue of calculating the volume of cylinder, and here I show you the steps. Thereafter, the corresponding flowchart also I show you. And at the end of this chapter, I have given half a dozen exercises, and if you have any programming background, if you are totally novice, don't worry. Don't, this is not a time for you. If you have already at least C background and all that, then in the special focus, I have given some exercises. You work on that. Then only you can crystallize your knowledge. If you are totally new to programming and all that, that special focus can't, don't worry. If you have interest, study, nothing wrong. If you, by studying that, some abstraction may be there, that means some half knowledge may be there. Don't worry about that. One day will be there, then you can crystallize your knowledge. You can learn everything comfortably. Now, let us see this algorithm. Now, evaluating the volume of the cylinder. Already in a previous concept I explained this one. Start, stop. Thereafter, input values, radius and height. Input radius, because we want two values. What is the formula? Pi r square h. So, r and h. R represent radius, h represents height. So, we have to input radius and height. Thereafter, computation. We have to, that is computational process. Now, by using the formula, volume is equal to 3.14, that is pi's value, r into r square into h. This is the formula, or you can call it as a calculation or process. Okay. Thereafter, as a result of that, you derive output, that is volume, and output is here, and as our task is performed, program is stopped. Now, how we represent the simple program in a flowchart? Now you see terminus. Terminal, start, stop. See these symbols. Just practically, once you study one concept, you should acquire certain tools in your armory. That always you remember. By every concept, you have to learn new things, and you have to acquire new tools, that are programming tools. Here you see, this is the terminal. In the simple program, this is a terminal. This is starting, this is ending. Same symbol we have used. Thereafter, input. For input and output, this is the symbol. Now you see, for input, what is the input? R and H, radius and height. This we are using. Okay. Thereafter, which symbol used? This is and this. Thereafter, process means nothing but calculation. So, this is the symbol rectangle that we are using here. Volume is equal to pi into R into H. Thereafter, output. So, same symbol we have used and stopped the program. Now, let us focus on the difference, focus on the second variant of the algorithm, that is pseudocode. Already explained what is the algorithm. Algorithm is a well-defined steps of explaining the logic and plan of implementation of a program. It is described in the human language like English. Okay, pseudocode is slightly different from that. In pseudocode, we write statements by using similar words which we use in a program. Similar words, but we never use any code and all that. Similar words we use, and we write well defined steps in the English language. So, by using pseudocode, we can develop program actual code very easily by converting each and every step into one or more computer language instructions. That is the basic difference. So, now I am giving an example. I am taking up one case, and I show you the corresponding algorithm and pseudocode side by side. By that only, the minute difference between algorithm and pseudocode you can understand practically. In this program, in this task, very simple task, we take two numbers. Out of that, we have to calculate, we have to find out the smallest number. We have to compare two numbers and find out the smallest number. That is the task, finding out the smallest number between two numbers. So, here algorithm we write like this: get two numbers, compare the two numbers. Just to understand the spirit of that, get two numbers, compare the two numbers. If the first number is smaller, when compare, you can know if the first number is smaller, small is the first number is assigned to small. That means you are declaring the first number is smaller. If the second number is smaller, if the second number is smaller, small is the second number, and smaller number is the second number. In this way, we write in a descriptive way. We describe our logical plan in this manner. Now, for the same case, we write pseudocode. This is much more clearer. Here, one thing you have to understand that pseudocode is a intermediate one. Actually, actual program will be there later. Now, this is the algorithm. This is the pseudocode. It stands between the two. So, this is not very easy to convert into a program. This can be, these steps if you understand and all that, all these steps you convert into program very easily. So, that is the purpose of the pseudocode. It is much closer to the program, and now you see input x and y. Here what we are, take two numbers, generally we are talking about. This is an approach. Here input x and y. If x is less than y, this we are testing. If x is less than y means we are testing here. Then if yes, it may be yes or no. If it is yes, x is smaller than y, that you are declaring. Okay. If no means it is not true, then y is smaller than x, that is declared. Print the smaller number. Understand? So, just you compare both. By that, you can understand what is the clear difference between algorithm and pseudocode. Just to understand what extent you can understand, that you understand. So pseudocode stands intermediary between algorithm and an actual program.